Good afternoon, everybody out there. This is Arjax coming at you again. So I actually just finally made it. All I really did in between the last episode was to go ahead, turn it off, and this is going to be episode 9. So we're going to do some questing over here. Maybe run a dungeon. We'll see how everything goes. I don't want to do a dungeon that I've just done, so let's see what dungeons are even available. So yeah, most of the dungeons I've already done with you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and just quest up a couple levels to get rid of the dungeons that are obviously in the queue with me. So, like I said, the only thing that I'm really kind of perturbed about as far as questing goes is the length of time in which it takes me to actually get to where I'm trying to go. So I'm switching off from my bear mount. It's kind of cool for a while, but this is the mount that I always go back to. It's one of the least invasive mounts to speak of, and also when I can fly, it flies. If I have somebody playing with me, they can certainly kind of just jump on and away we will go. I like partner mounts. I wish there was more flying partner mounts. They're kind of hard to get in the game. One of them is the mount that I have, and in order to get that, you have to do recruiter friend, which is a really cool and awesome mount. Honestly, that's a pretty awesome mount. I think the two-seater rocket is also a flying mount. I'm not sure. Actually, honestly, I probably would have rather got the flying two-seater mount or the rocket mount. It does kind of suck because I wasn't able to do that. Well, I think they changed Recruiter Friend now, anyways, so that you can go back and get those old mounts. But the mount that I have, I got from Recruiter Friend, but actually, I had the rocket mount, and I just didn't claim it. And I went to claim it, and I couldn't claim the rocket mount anymore, and it was this mount. And I was like, oh well, you know what? That's kind of cool. But I should have just gone ahead and claimed the rocket mount because the rocket mount, went away, and it's kind of like one of those things you can't get anymore. Whereas I can still get this, but I think they changed it, so I think you can get it anyways. So doing these quests, they're level 36, I'm level 36, so it's actually fairly easy to kill these guys. I don't know if it's because of my gear or if WoW has just always been this easy at killing the quest items. I don't know, but I do remember at when I first started playing, it seemed a lot harder to me to do this. But maybe that's just the experience threshold that everybody gets. You do something for X amount of time and you're like, oh, okay, I got you. So, but none of these guys seem to want to drop what I need, which is pretty cool. So, but yep. So, sorry. Friend was messaging me, and when that happens, I kind of get distracted. I can't read and speak and talk and play WoW at the same time. I can read and play WoW at the same time. I can speak and play WoW at the same time. I can't do all three. Well, I can't do all three well at the same time, is what I should say. So, we're almost completed with the quest. I only need one more of the bears, and I've been picking up the stuff as I needed. So, yep, I got the bear. Now I just need the feather, and to do that, I have to go back there. But as opposed to doing that, oh, there's a feather. So, I'm going to go turn in the quest that's over here. Hopefully it doesn't start me on a whole new quest stream, and it sends me back to where I need to go. If not, I'm going to have to double back and go do that. So, this area is one of those areas that I've done kind of. I mean, I've done parts of this before. I don't remember why I did it. It wasn't during leveling. I know that. It was as a level 90 or 85 or a much higher level. So maybe there's like a rare drop or something that you need to do to unlock it or something. I'm not sure. But I do remember doing this before. This zone. And I didn't dislike it, so that's always, you know, one of those positive aspects of it. So we'll go ahead and turn these in and grab the next ones. Maybe we will see. Maybe they'll send us back to where we were. So no, they're not going to. So what I'm going to do anyways is I'm going to run back over here and turn those in. So 1 second there. So go ahead and message my friend that I'm recording so that he knows. So yeah, the only thing, you know, sometimes the quests are really good about bringing you back and forth to where you need to go. Other times they're not so good at it. This isn't too out of the way to turn in these quests, so we're going to go back and turn them in. I mean, I did spend the time to do them, so I might as well actually do them. You know, or rather get the rewards from doing them. I don't want, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you just did all that effort. You know, I could have skipped them and gone and turned in the first one first, but meh, why? Maybe they'll give me more quests for that area. So certainly they're not going to give me any gear that's worth it. So I'll take the one that's for 61 silver. And there we go. Oh, more quests over here. So quests are always good. I like quests. Especially when, you know, they're pretty easy to get. It seems like all of these are pretty easy to get. So let's go ahead and let's, you know, I'm not very good normally at like finishing out quest lines, but I'm gonna try to be better at it. I'm probably not going to. Nope, I'm not going to. I'm not going to finish out an entire questing zone because that's just gonna slow us down for these videos. Maybe I'll do it someday, but that is not going to be today. So my cell phone is going off. So let's see what happens. I have to do this, right? Oh yeah. So that's pretty easy. Is there an item in my thing? Yep. So let's go ahead and break this down to my 9p so that I can do that without clicking. Oh, so they do attack every once in a while, which I guess is good. So I'm going to complete that quest. It's a couple days late. I could have done it if I would have had time to actually just play World of Warcraft this weekend, but I logged on once or twice. Anybody who saw me on, well, and then I'm on most of the time anyways, just in the Battle.net, since they made the Battle.net messenger, which I think is really cool. So I can be logged into Battle.net and not be in World of Warcraft, and somebody can be like, hey bro, I need help doing this, can you help me? I can either be like, yeah, absolutely, no problem, or I can be like, I'm trying to do homework, I'm sorry, how are you doing? Maybe once I get this question done, I'll come do it. But the availability of to stay connected to your friends in World of Warcraft and be able to like message them when you and them aren't actually playing, I think that's really cool. It's just like any other messenger service, but you don't have to add them to like your Skype or anything else like that. Although there are features of other messenger services that are vastly superior to the World of Warcraft one. And the thing that I like better about a lot of them is the ability to transfer files. Now, like on Skype, if I want to send somebody like a text document with some information on it, I can do that on Skype. What I can't do is I can't do that on World of Warcraft. I have to, on World of Warcraft, you can't do it, or on Battle.net, so I have to be like, hey bro, what's your email address, or what's, add me to Skype. And it's not that I'm against adding people to Skype, I certainly am not, but I mean, it's just one of those things. I already have them added on here, and if we can easily do it on there, you know, then absolutely, let's go ahead and do it. But if I can't, then it's kind of ridiculous. Sorry about that. After this video, I think I'm going to go make myself some waffles, and then I'm going to actually sit down and knock out some schoolwork. I've been procrastinating it a little too long today. So how do we do this? I think you have to talk to somebody to actually activate this. Oh no, they're over here. I remember this like huge zone like just being under siege all the time. I don't remember when that was, but I do remember it in general. Oh, somebody else had taken that up, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and be like, "Rah! Red rum," and kill those guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't get any XP from killing these, so that's great. So, there's not actually anything I needed to kill. What a waste of my time, huh? So, well, there is the mage there. So, I think there might be somebody up here. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. So that stops that. These guys are doing like 0 damage to me. So we'll run up the stairs. I always like to check upstairs. Don't know why. It's kind of pointless most of the time. But we will see if there's anybody up here. Nobody up here. Utter waste of time. So we'll jump down. We're not going to go aggro those skeletons because I don't need to. So we'll kill these guys. But yeah, so this is all. I actually really like this part of it. It's kind of like you're running a little dungeon, anyways. So it's like, oh, sweet. You know, you got your like, it's a big quest string through this, killing all these guys, and it's very straightforward quest. I really do enjoy straightforward questing. It's like, you know, I don't want to have to sit there and be like, try to figure out what I'm doing in a quest, you know. Oh, crud. Somebody else already had that. And now he's going to be aggroed on me. So I get to kill somebody's quest requirement for them. Well, at least they didn't be a douchebag and stop attacking. So that's nice. So we will go and kill him. So, oh yeah, but the downside of me being logged into Battle.net is sometimes my friends think that I am logged in and just have ignored them. That doesn't happen. If you message me, either I'm trying to do something and I need my concentration and I'll get back to you when I can, or I'm making waffles, or, you know, doing something around the house that needs to get accomplished. That certainly is a big part of my day, is accomplishing tasks. I have to do real life questing, and it kind of sucks at times. You know, like I have to mow the lawn. I've needed to mow the lawn for like 2 weeks, and it's my lawn. And my wife is like, why have you not mowed the lawn? And I'm like, oh, I haven't had time. And she's like, well, I've seen that you've made World of Warcraft videos, so you've obviously had time to do that. And I'm like, well, I really haven't had time to do that either. I just kind of like doing that so I can justify to myself spending a few hours making World of Warcraft videos. And not really, I can't even justify that all that much. Because right now, I only have 12 hours to get to read an entire chapter out of a calculus book and understand it, and read an entire chapter out of a chemistry book and understand it, and it's not going to be enjoyable. What I meant to do was accomplish one of those things yesterday, the chemistry or the calculus, so that I'd only have one thing to do today. Instead, I got nothing done. Well, I wouldn't say nothing. I wrote a 5-page paper for my English class, and I mean, that's pretty substantial, I would like to think. 5-page paper in a day. Most people, it takes them like a week to write a paper. Most people also get better grades than I do in English too. Well, I can't say that. I've gotten all A's in English, but they get marked. I don't know. So let's see. Let's go ahead and complete all these quests before we turn in. Do I have to kill these? No, I don't have to kill you. But I did. I have to kill you. So now let's see where I go. So I have to kill Endless Bone, Scourge, Animus, Destroyed. I feel like this is it. Let's see. Yep. That was it. So, even though I killed it, because I didn't kill it the way the quest wanted me to do, I had to come back and do it. I hate that. I hate how, like, the quests are so, like, I hate when you have to accomplish stuff a certain way in a quest, even if you accomplish it a different way. Oh, so I can replace my level 5 boot. And oh, it's not even a boot, it's a wrist guard. So yeah, absolutely, let's do that. And I was saying that all my gear was at least level 35 in the last episode. Obviously not. So, alright, get to kill a cool guy. Let's see what you give me. You kill some more people. The quests are increasing in the gold that they give out. So let's see what I got for gold. I have 472. Now, I stopped doing my auction house on here because it just takes too much time in order to do it. And I don't feel like you guys would really enjoy watching me, go through the daily tedious task, or not even daily, the task of selling my stuff. That's just kind of like a daily activity, you just do it to get gold. Is it something that you really enjoy doing? Not really. So we'll go ahead and kill all these, like, super bads. Although, I remember doing this, and I remember them being way harder. Oh shoot, I messed up my keys. There we go. So, maybe I came over here at level 34 and was trying to do this, but holy cow, this whole questing area is pretty much a breeze. I don't remember it being this easy for me before. So let's see, there's a couple more uber bads. So let's run. There should be one like right here. Right here. Oh, is that him? Is that who I'm supposed to kill? Oh. This is probably to kill these. And I gotta kill him by myself. Which is fine. So we'll kill him. And yep, I got the thing that I needed, which is always nice. Alright, now we need to go kill this other person over here, which won't be all that hard. So he's over here. The nice thing is really haven't run into any competition in this zone for questing items or picking up these mobs. It always sucks when you get to an area and you can't, and it just takes forever. I mean, you've seen my questing, and that happened to me before. So let's go ahead and go turn in everything I need to turn in. That's going to be pretty cool. So, you know, I'm a huge fan of the count-wide mounts. Like, they are super awesome. Thank you, Blizzard, for doing that. I definitely have to say that. And getting rid of having to go and buy the quest item, or your abilities and everything all the time. Because that just took... It was just unnecessary time, and you know, it was a little bit of a gold sink, which is always a good thing in World of Warcraft, because otherwise you get crazy hyperinflation. But overall, you know, I'm glad they got rid of it. Not necessarily for the gold. Like I said, like, the gold really doesn't matter. And it's not prohibited to old players, and it doesn't really help the new players out much at all. So let's see. Meh or meh. I'm gonna go with the belt. So there we go. We ding level 38. We're almost past this area. So let's see if there's anything else that's, you know, any more cool dungeons. The School Mace dungeon. That's pretty cool. So maybe we'll end the video on a dungeon. Let's see how long this has been going on, and then we can go to the other plague area. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause for a second. So yeah, let's go do let's go knock out a dungeon. We're gonna do random. Hopefully we get one we haven't done. And after that, we're gonna call it a day for World of Warcraft. I'm at 21 minutes for this video so far. Thank you guys very much for watching with me. I do really enjoy your guys' patronage of my YouTube page. It makes me feel awesome. I'll be honest with you. You know, that might sound a little nerdy, but I feel pretty awesome when I log in and I see a bunch of people have watched my videos. You know, 28 subscribers may not be a lot in terms of comparison to PewDiePie or somebody else like that, but it's a lot to me, and especially since, like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just really cool to me. Oh, this dungeon, this is a pretty long dungeon, so we're going to be over on our time. Hopefully I have the hard drive room to record all this. I only have about 85 gigabytes free, so we will try to get through this quickly and efficiently and go ahead and pop everything. I don't know if I've actually done this dungeon for the leveling guide. I know I've recorded it a couple of times, but what I haven't I don't know if they were good runs. Most, like, the last couple times I remember running this, it glitched, and this dungeon has been giving me issues recently, not in, like, the completion aspect of it, but I know either I have this dungeon guide up or I don't. And if I have this dungeon guide up, it's, you know, I absolutely recorded like 4 or 5 runs just to get this one. And not because I was like dying a whole bunch, although that certainly happens every now and then, but not on this dungeon, or not recently for me on this dungeon anyways. But what was going on was, like, half the party would get glitched out, so they weren't there, and so the dungeon run just ended up taking forever. And obviously I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna finish the dungeon if I can. I mean, you guys saw me leave a dungeon, but that was more because, you know, I was really annoyed, and I'm not, you know, I'm a tank. I'm here to take all the damage and do some damage. I'm not there to heal. But that's one of those, like, annoying little pet peeves. So, I mean, I quit that. But, you know, if everybody's, like, doing everything to their best of their ability, I'll stick it out. You know, if we wipe 15,000 times on a boss, heck, I'll stick it out. I'm gonna keep going. When it becomes apparent that, you know, we're lacking DPS or, you know, I'm just not geared enough to be a tank on that dungeon, which hasn't happened for, I don't even know how long. Now let's get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. Then I'll go ahead and get rid of that. I don't think anybody else can use that. I should have asked, but if somebody says something, no, what's the healer? No, maybe. Let's see. Inspect. Okay, yeah, I don't feel bad anymore. Nobody else is a plate wearer, so even though, these boots, like, they give me spirit and stamina, and they give me armor, which is, you know, actually I shouldn't have needed them. I'm not actually even going to use them now after I looked at it. The armor gain isn't good enough for me to lose the other stats. It might be good enough, actually, but I don't feel like it is, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to come over here, and this guy is going to activate at some point over here. We're going to continue on. Kill you. So, I think after these ads are done, I can open this door and this giant woman comes out. I haven't run this for quite some time. Somebody just aggroed off me. It's probably the hunter. What is going on with this? There should be... She should come out and... what is going on over here? Oh. There she is. I don't know, I guess everybody else has always just activated her. I guess there's like a special thing that you need to do in order to do it, and I did not do it. But, oh well. We got through it. Somebody else activated it. We get a downer, which is cool. So, alright, I am going to need that. And I am going to put those on. Because that's a huge buff. And like I said, nobody else in this dungeon can wear mail. Well, that is not true. The hunter can. But he doesn't need spirit anyways. So I don't feel too bad about that. I kind of did for a second. I was like, oh no, maybe I'm stealing gear from the hunter. Nope, not stealing gear from the hunter. If I don't need on it, then what's going to end up happening is it's just going to become irrelevant gear for people. And it's going to be vendored. And if I'm going to use it, I'm going to need on it. I accidentally needed on something that I thought I was going to use. Upon further inspection, I decided I wasn't going to use it. So I do feel kind of bad about that. I didn't mean to be like a loot ninja. Although you could certainly accuse me of that. Because I'm obviously not needing on items that are for my spec. But I did pay attention to see who is actually in the dungeon. So I feel pretty comfortable about that. So we need to go down here. And there is going to be a boss down here, which is going to be fine. So hopefully... And nobody is with me. So... Okay, so they're turning around. I hate that. I hate when like people like don't follow the tank, because I know where I'm going and I know what needs to be done in the dungeon. And I don't know where you guys just went or what you were doing. But that's like, you know, kind of my fault. I should kind of queue up for the, I should put a marker above my head, put a little star so that people can see me. So we'll go through and we'll kill this boss, and this is the quest item. Then we'll come over here, kill that, go back over here, kill him, and then we're going to come down here and go through the hall for the final boss. And that is subject to change as I get more information on the dungeon and find out that I am wrong, which I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure that's how the dungeon goes. So yep. Oh, sweet. Somebody aggroed stuff that did not need to be aggroed. Whatever. I try to do stuff fast, and especially since I'm running out of room on my hard drive, I'm trying to do it a little bit fast right now so that we can go ahead and get through this. Fairly good group. Nobody's doing the DPS that I'm doing, which is kind of a disappointment. You always hope for good DPS and good heals, but, they're adequate as far as their DPS putouts going. Like I said, as a tank in early dungeons, your AoE is going to be just burning through all the ads, so you can't really hold DPS accountable for lower... Did I go the wrong way? I feel like I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way. So, my bad, guys. Let's go back the right way. So, here we go. So, there we go. I'm actually gonna... I think I can pull this whole room minus the boss without, causing too much chaos. And maybe I'm wrong. So we'll see. Let's cast my shield. Yeah, there we go. A little bit heavy on the pull. The healer got us through it. Good job, heals. Definitely going to give you a shout out there. Holy cow. But, I didn't necessarily have to kill those ads before running over here to the boss. I might not have had to kill him at all. Let's see. So, yeah, actually, I don't think I would have had to kill him at all. But we killed him. And you know what? It felt good. We killed some ads. So, pretty soon, I'm going to have to do one more level. Maybe this will actually bring me to 40. And if this brings me to 40, then I'm going to have to run to the other playground area, which will be fine. So, go ahead, loot. I'm actually getting some gear, not necessarily for me, or for my class in here, but nonetheless, I'm getting some gear that's definitely better than my gear, which is kind of nice. This dungeon has a lot of quests, which is also pretty nice. I like quests. So with the quests, I'm going to probably ding. I love dungeon quests, is what I should say. I'm kind of getting a little bit fond of actually just doing regular questing. It's actually, it does actually level you pretty quick. So normally I just do pure dungeons because I just jump in, I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm doing. But, maybe it's time for me to reconsider my leveling mantra and go ahead and start doing some quests in there. I don't know if the time lost by transitioning between zones is, like, if it breaks out, if I break even, or if I'm still ahead on doing quests. Certainly I'm not going to give up doing dungeons. I've done dungeons for far too long. I enjoy it far too much to give up doing dungeons in my leveling progression. And if I was to do that, I definitely would probably stop leveling because I don't, quests might be good and enjoyable, but I really enjoy doing dungeons. And I am an idiot. I pulled the boss. I should not have pulled the boss. But, great shout out to the healer again, keeping me up. That the bubble is one of those awesome tools that that priests have. So, with in the last dungeon that I did where we had the naked healer that was a priest, yeah, we'd have died like 10 times over if I was running at this rate. But with this healer, we're going fairly quickly through the dungeon because we can. There's really no other reason why we can go through here except for the healer, good DPS, and so like I said, like everybody plays a role in a dungeon, and you can't run a good swift dungeon without good members of every role. If you have bad tank, you can't run fast. If you have bad healer, you can't run fast. If you have bad DPS, you can't run fast because you're not going to be doing enough damage to go fast enough, and you can't do big pulls. So, but yeah, we're almost done with this dungeon. This has been probably the quickest I've run this dungeon in a long time. So, and certainly like the most straightforward. So, if I don't have this dungeon up as a dungeon guide yet, I'm probably going to go ahead and record this or voice over this in my dungeon guide layout. So, and obviously you can see it in the Let's Play, but this, the dungeon guide is going to be very like straightforward what to do. There's not going to be any rambling in it like I do in the Let's Play. It's going to be, an organized piece of work as opposed to, I'm just playing World of Warcraft with you guys and we're having fun doing it. But we'll see if I have it up. I'm going to have to definitely check that. I do enjoy this dungeon. It's one of those dungeons that I enjoy doing, so I think this is the boss. Yeah, that's the boss. So I don't think we actually needed to kill him. We have to run back over here to get to the other areas. My cell phone is blinking at me, so I hate that. I always want to check it when it blinks at me. And normally it's nothing. Normally it's like, oh, your school sent you an email to let you know that they have a taco truck out in front of the school and that you should do it so that they can keep the taco truck out. You should go buy tacos so that they can keep the taco truck. Well, you know what? I don't want to spend any more money or finance a school any more than I am already. If you guys want to give me tacos, heck yeah, I'd go to the taco truck. I'm not going to go spend $4 on a taco that I can get at Taco Bell for 79 cents. Just not my thing. Sorry to say that. So here we go. We're going to run through and kill a bunch of guys. And yep. So even though, like, I explained the route that we were going to go earlier in this run, but what I didn't do is, well, I did do it. Never mind. But as you can see, I'm still, like, even though I know this area, I still check the map very frequently. And the way, if you've watched my tanking guides, you're definitely going to hear me tell you why, but I'm going to tell you why again here. As a tank, everybody's following me. Sometimes, you saw in here that they didn't necessarily follow me. So, sometimes I'm wrong and they don't follow me. But overall, they're going to be following you. And if you go the wrong way, it's going to delay everybody. Even if they don't follow you, you're going to have to run back the right way. So I do always try to be going in the correct direction that you need to go in order to complete the dungeons. It's just one of those, it's like, why would you not do that? So it's just one of those things. So to do this, you have to run over here and punch it. Somebody does anyways. Let's see. I think if one person does it, it's good. So go ahead and aggro him. And so so that's what's gonna happen in this boss fight. There's like 6 of these are gonna pop up. You know, you just run over, you aggro them, you frickin' pound their face in until they die. It's more of a time sink than anything at this point in WoW. You don't normally wipe in dungeons anymore, so these bosses are kind of like remedial. It's just, I don't think these are really bosses either anyways, so yeah, that wasn't a boss. It was to just unlock this room. So, you know, in some dungeons it gives you the opportunity at like the rate of which you want to complete it. So, I wish you could just be like, alright, we're a bunch of badasses, release all of them at once. But, did not take all that much time. And certainly, you know, some people who weren't geared could say that, and then they would die, and they'd be like, why do they give me that option? And then other people would feel pressured, so maybe it is for the best that they don't do it that manner. We certainly are getting a lot of green with this run, which will definitely help us in the future. So since I took the time to unlock those flight paths, I can actually go hop on a flight path and fly back to Stormwind. Or rather, I'm going to Hearthstone back to Stormwind because that's way faster. But the next time I want to do the questing zone over in Western Plaugeland, well, actually I'm probably going to be going to Eastern Plaugeland pretty soon. I think I might ding 40 here, and if not, I'll ding 40 in a level or two, or in a quest or two. So we will see how this goes. So this guy should, I don't know how much EXP we're gonna get, but I'm at level 39, so, and I'm at 17%, so I'm almost gonna be dinging 40, so I'm most certainly gonna be going to the next questing zone. But either way, I'm going to go back to Stormwind to get my rested EXP, AFK there, and then throw some stuff on the auction house, check my mail in the next couple days, and go ahead and just complete, you know, all that stuff, and then I'll be able to fly out. So I got to run around and go grab these guys. Did not cap on that, which is fine. So, and then that's another quest item for the Dark Moon Fair that I wouldn't have been able to roll on had I not known about it. So we're gonna come in here. There's a quest over here. So this, yes. So then you go over here and you talk to this guy and you're like, oh, I'm going to complete the quest. But yeah, overall, this, you know, that was a pretty quick dungeon, I think. I don't know how long it exactly took, but I feel like we stayed under an hour for this episode. I think we're over a little bit on the 30 minutes. We'll see. So, we completed it. Now we're gonna go over here and collect, and then we gotta go back up to the beginning. Oh, and so yeah, holy cow, that quest is definitely worth doing. You get like 10,000 EXP. 10,000 EXP is nothing to laugh at. Well, not for me anyways. I don't think anybody at this level, 10,000 EXP is nothing to laugh at. I think we might actually be able to ding because of that quest by itself. Well, obviously not a whole level, but we'll see. Ban, no, so we'll get 1 gold for that. Some of my characters don't even have a gold. I ended up. So we're at 80%, which is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just Hearthstone back to Stormwind. I got some mail. I must have missed something or left a dungeon before a loot roll was done. that does happen. So, thank you guys for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. It makes my day to log on and see that people have actually liked and commented and watched. Even if you don't like or comment, I just see I'm like, oh, 9 people have watched this. It's not 15 million views, but I'm not too worried about 15 million views. I think it's cool enough on its own. So, thank you guys very much, and as always, Arjax out.